all closed. We're all closed, so.
Yes, I was in CB4 for the Ninth Avenue. I was at the Ninth Avenue street fair was it last weekend? Yes. Gosh, the time's just flying because Eric had a table there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you know what?
We saw the table.
I didn't see you though.
I was there in the morning. I helped set up in the morning, and then I was out of there by I think 11:30 or so. So I was on the early shift. I drew the short straw and I got the early shift.
They're quite the event. It's quite the neighborhood. It's more than a neighborhood event now. It's like, it used to be but now when I walk there and I look up the street, I'm like, oh my God, look up the avenue. I'm like, it's crazy, right? It's so many people and it's such a good time.
I always want to eat all the food that I never ever eat. I always want to have the funnel cakes and the corn on the cob and the watermelon in the big cup, although I eat a lot of water. It's I just want to move down the road and eat all the worst things usually. So I held back. My sister's getting married in 2 weeks. So I was like, don't do it. Yeah.
Corn on the cob is really good, but then they have that delicious, mayonnaise spread that you can put on, that's where the calories add up,
Yes, indeed.
Holistic health. I'm a integrative nutrition health coach. So, I'm always I have to be that friend and that person that doesn't tell everybody what to eat. Right.
I hear you.
We're going to start. I'm just waiting 1 or 2 more minutes and we're going to start the presentation.
Okay.
I'm excited for all of you to see.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear it.
We had a great call last night.
Yeah.
1, 2 more. So we're just going to start. We're just starting to get the energy happening around. I mean, the energy's been happening around the project for you for decades. But I mean, just for Think Positive New York and really getting momentum going right now. So you're ready.
Well, I'm down for Think Positive New York. So.
Okay, we got one. We got
Totally.
Okay.
Two.
All right. Actually, I don't know where everybody is, but we'll just. I think we should just start the presentation, don't you think?
Yeah.
I'll try.
407, 408. I guess we should start it so we don't hold anybody up. All right. So we'll start doing that. So here we go. Now, so make sure everybody can see this.
We're sharing screen.
Yeah. That's this one. It's supposed to be. All right. Could everybody see this?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So everybody can see this and everybody can hear me, right? Okay, great. All right, so let's begin.
The screen just disappeared. There, never mind.
Okay. So these are the issues that we've been that have been around for decades, and many of these issues don't seem to be improving. So how can we reverse the layers of negativity that has been dominating our world for way too many generations? That's the big question. And I think Dana Mano just came on.
Yes.
That is also in your district, Nicole. So, so these are the issues, and but it's time that we stop putting Band-Aids on all these challenges that we're facing.
Join us as we introduce a new wave of positive thinking for humankind that will heal our world and shape our future for generations to come.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is the tipping point for creating positivity in the world right now. So the line going up is the level of intensity, and as we can see, the red line represents this kind of like a little edge that the negativity has had over the past, 20 years, and then we can see between 2022 and 2025 where our goal is to get that red line going down and that positivity line going up. So in order to create a tipping point, we need 10% of the population to make that change and then spread throughout the city and the country and the world. So, okay, let's go to this. So there is a fierce urgency for a positive mindset. And here we have these examples here of a positive mindset versus a negative mindset. And the positive mindset, of course, is all of these great attributes surrounded by love in the middle. And then the negative mindset is surrounded by fear.
Could you go when you're done, could you go back to the slide before that for a second?
The slide before?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can.
Yeah.
All right, don't worry. Yeah, I wanted to, that happened so fast. The positive mind. Oh, it all says positive mindset. I'm sorry.
It's urgency for a positive mindset.
I'm sorry. Okay.
That's okay. So here is the positivity versus negativity, and choices are, each person has their own choice, whether they realize it or not, as to which one they want to have. And of course,
Good health, success, kindness, gratitude, compassion, creativity, humility.
right. So of course we choose positivity.
Right.
All right. So what are the outcomes, potential outcomes for individuals having a positive mindset?
So we have impact on individuals are improved health and well-being, improved stress management, harmonious relationships, higher self-esteem, positive attitude, greater confidence, heightened creativity, increased productivity, achievement of life's purpose, and faith, trust, and optimism.
I think patience is another one, like that guy, that guy who's blowing the horn doesn't have. All right. So what are the impact on the communities if individuals would have a positive mindset? It's breaking the cycle of negativity, safer environments, increased love and kindness, greater desire to help others, increased community support, family unity, greater prosperity, increased job opportunities, and less crime and accidents.
To Think Positive World, it is a movement that people are joining to bring peace, love, transformation.
So we have a game-changing global healing of monumental proportions, Think Positive World, to accelerate positive change and greater well-being in cities and communities worldwide. Now, this is a 50-year timeline, starting back in 1977 when this whole thing began, creating, developing, and testing products, programs, and projects, and leading up to a multi-platform marketing campaign, a major rollout from 2022 to 2030. So here's a little history back in the 80s and the 90s, how we worked in Think Positive, doing Think Positive South Florida, and we did Think Positive Miami Beach. It was nothing like we have right now. Everything's been perfected and fine-tuned. And then we came up to New York in 2003, I think it was, and started working on programs and fine-tuning everything and working with schools and in the Bronx especially. And then, so since we've been in New York, we've got our city's template for communities and programs, events, strategies, social media, mental health, and media projects already. So between 2022 and 2027, which is going to be 50 years, now we're working on Think Positive New York. Shortly, we'll, after we're with Think Positive New York for a while, we'll start Think Positive America. We have a bus tour. We go to 15 cities and 12 states. And we have media projects and social media. And then we're into Think Positive, taking this all over the world. So Think Positive New York is really like a major piece for this whole thing, right? And of course, when we talk about Think Positive New York, we're talking about like probably like the size of 5 cities rather than 1 city. So our mission for Think Positive World
is to help billions worldwide to think their best thoughts, make optimum choices, and take responsibility for their actions.
So how do we create a positive mindset?
Well, we surround each person with positive reminders wherever they are. If they're at home, on the internet, or watching movies, or in the community.
So we have personal empowerment strategies that are daily, weekly, and monthly. And so what are some of the strategies for having a positive mindset?
Open your heart, build your self-esteem, be in service to others.
Live your life's purpose, be in constant gratitude, be a steward of the planet.
Be humble and understanding. Keep stress at an absolute minimum. Live your life from essence, not ego.
Be governed by your spiritual connection. Be in optimum physical and mental health. Treat everyone with kindness and compassion.
And be ethical and truthful, starting with yourself. Know and trust that good things are on the horizon. Think positive, high-quality thoughts as often as possible.
So those are some of the strategies for having a positive mindset. So we have hundreds of tools and strategies now ready to empower individuals to create a positive mindset, build self-esteem, and minimize daily stress. So let's take a look at some of the tools that we have. We have this very magical poster, which we'll talk about in a second, Think Positive poster, and we have a 30-day Think Positive challenge, a transformational digital toolkit, publishing materials, clothing materials, and then with positive slogans. And then we have a family, self-esteem family kit. These are just some of the tools that we have. Let's take a look at this poster because it really is very magical. It's empowering.
It inspires good thoughts. It facilitates healing, promotes positive choices, motivates positive action, helps to achieve visions, goals, and dreams, keeps us on a positive track throughout the day,
and creates uplifting feelings. So it's amazing how this one little, 16 by 20 piece of paper, if you will, or poster can accomplish all of this. And we'll show you in a little bit where these posters are going to go. So, and then we have the 30-day Think Positive challenge. So if someone is taking the 30-day Think Positive challenge, this is what they will experience. By day 1, they will be open to loving yourself and reinventing your life. By day 5, feeling increasingly better each day. By day 15, finding the goodness in everything. By day 20, you'll have a framework for positive thoughts now ready. And by day 30, clarity of thoughts and making optimum choices. This is the 30-day Think Positive challenge. So we have a transformational digital toolkit that is available, totally available very shortly, to individuals, teachers, employers, employees, students, and groups. It will have daily strategies and support, weekly strategies and support, the 30-day Think Positive challenge, positive reinforcement materials, positive uplifting music, motivational resources, ambassador, help the individuals become an ambassador for positive change, group coaching possibilities, and webinar trainings. This will all be part of this major transformational toolkit.
The I'm a Person project is a catalyst for community building and an early start for children's human rights learning and their understanding that they're peaceful, going citizens. The song celebrates the spirit of dignity and respect.
Dale Allen here. I'm on my way to cover the I Am a Person project in Central Park. We are so excited about this. My friends are standing by. we've got over 1,000 kids ready to sing at the top of their lungs the I Am a Person song. You know what this is all about? It's about kids and their self-esteem.
It changed my life. Made me believe in myself.
Anything we can do to make them understand who they are and how they fit in with the other people that they share this planet with is absolutely critical.
So that was our amazing school in one of the schools in the Bronx that we worked with.
That's great.
I'm a person. So how do we share our wisdom, our talents, and our resources and spread positivity in our lives around us and in our cities and around the world? So we have there's tools and strategies to become the positive link to greater well-being on the planet. And this chart shows, like in the middle, in the purple, that's our personal development and what we do to enhance our personal well-being. And then you can see on the right, you can go out, you can become an ambassador for positive change by just helping your families, your friends and colleagues on their path, or going into the community, working in the community like Nicole is doing, and then working for your city, for your state, and then in the country. And so these days, with technology the way it is, you could be an advocate for anything global, very easily. So it's just a matter of how far out individuals want to take this so that they can help the planet. So let's talk about transforming cities. Our pilot city is Think Positive New York. Anyway, so we want to create positivity throughout the city for residents, workers, and visitors. Bring in those positive posters. And of course, we want to spread compassion, peace, kindness, joy, gratitude, wellness, respect, accomplishment, prosperity, and to heal New York. It's a citywide initiative, kindness and diversity, and well-being. Respecting the differences of all cultures and ethnicities, honoring the dignity of each and every person, and promoting understanding and compassion for all. Good objectives. So what's we have a 2-phase program for Think Positive New York. Let's look at phase 1, which is actually has started. First thing is establishing our teams, creating Think Positive New York mastermind groups, positive music and media projects, having college forums on positive change, distributing 1 million Think Positive posters
into hospitals, nursing homes, first responders, shelters, schools, community centers, rehab facilities, to nonprofits, to retail store windows, retirement facilities, and public buildings.
Also in phase 1, we'll have public service announcement. You can see here all the logos of the sports teams, but it's not only the sports teams, it's also celebrities and And they will do these PSAs with children for in and around the whole I'm a person and thinking about it. That's our phase 1. Now here's how it's going to look in retail stores. We actually have some of this, a couple of these are like Photoshop, but there are like, if you look at the one with the UPS truck there, that is actually out there, the first one and the third one. And also, if you look at the bottom one in the middle, that is the parking garage on 8th Avenue and between 53rd and 54th, where we park our car. They love it.
Nice.
Yeah, so they love it. And then, so this is how it looks. The idea is when you walk down the street to have, you know, this positive reinforcement, you know, think positive here and there everywhere. So it's like, you can't get away from it. And then when you walk into the store, there will be these 5x7 cards about how to think more positively and give people information about how to take things to the next level. And okay, so let's keep going. So what we want to do in New York City, we want to saturate New York City and the whole region with positivity. So phase 2, getting back to the tipping point, phase 2, it's really 850,000. We're putting here 1 million because it's a rounding it off. 1 million New Yorkers representing 10% will participate in a 1-year personal empowerment program where they will be given the empowerment transformational toolkit, digital toolkit, and also become ambassadors for positive change. And then we have the programs for schools, businesses, organizations, institutions, and government, as well as a major ad campaign with positive theme of the month sponsored messages that will go on. Well, I think it's probably the next chart. So this is our phase 2 program, which is, you know, the phase 1 is designed to like start to get the energy, the think positive energy going around the city. But phase 2 like really gets tremendous involvement. So we have through the arts, education, and media.
There are programs for cities and communities, for individuals, for schools, businesses, organizations, institutions, and the government.
So this is how, you know, this is what we see. We see public transportation with the positive themes of the month. And then this is how it look in Times Square. And I know that's part of Eric's constituency. So this is something we like to see that will, and here's another shot of it.
That will influence the people.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
So
And the visitors.
We
yeah.
should go do it ourselves and put up a nice big poster and
Yes, well, we will, we will, and we are.
environmental.
This is a little chart, you know, that we came up with in putting together. Like we are thinking, even though we're getting ready to meet with Eric Adams and Vanessa Gibson, who's a friend of ours in the Bronx, who's Bronx Borough President, and various people. We really designed this around Eric, around District 3 community. And so if you see at the top, it's about the Think Positive posters in the retail stores and public buildings and what have you. And on the Think Positive poster, we're going to have a QR code that's going to take people to the Positive Link website and give them all kinds of information as to how they could think more positive and be more positive in their life, and also be involved in the community programs. So of course, we want people, as many people as possible, taking the 30-day challenge, and as many people as possible becoming ambassadors for positive change. There's entertainment projects that are connected with this whole thing. And then, of course, we want, you know, we mentioned before about all the different individuals, schools and businesses and what have you. Then we'd like to see a storefront. You know, there's so many empty storefronts right now that we could, you know, work something out to have a Think Positive New York storefront, which of course also is Think Positive America and Think Positive World, you know, headquarters right now. So this is the template for communities. So we have this is a multi-platform marketing project. And so it's designed to have the community project and also support what's going on in the communities and to reach people worldwide. So we have media projects, and Helene is the filmmaker and the actress and and actually, the CEO of our entertainment company.
So we'll have projects for television, for theater, for movies, concerts, and music videos.
Also, Nicole, have you heard of the NYWIFT, New York Women Film and Television? New York Women Film and Television. So this is an organization in New York that is based in New York that has about 3,000 members. And we're starting, just got approval, we're starting an affinity group based on positivity in the entertainment industry. So we're going to, and we have a lot of different projects that we'll be promoting with them, and also helping the people connected with us to, have some of these tools.
Another platform, of course, is the internet, which is, education, social media, and the positive link.
Right. So we'll be doing a lot of social media stuff that will be supporting what we're doing on the ground. So this is a really wonderful chart here. This is the positive link. So what is the positive link? It's everything we've been talking about.
What about for me to, I have to take the sticker out?
Who's this?
It's Mother and Chatty.
Mother and Chatty, could you just do me a favor and mute yourself for a second, sweetheart? Thank you. Just on the left side of the screen and on the bottom is probably where you can mute. So, okay. So if you look all around, you see on the left, think positive world cities, like think positive New York, celebrities, so positive change, education, business, marketing. What happened there? Oh, sorry about this. Oh, here we go. And we have influencers and related projects that are going to be part of this whole thing. So this really is all encompassing. This really, brings together everybody and everything have to do with creating positivity in our lives. So we have a few call to actions. We're almost at the end of the presentation. We have a few calls to action. The first is we want everybody to tap into this energy and to share their wisdom, the talents, and the resources. So therefore, there are people in all of these areas. Something you want to just
technology, marketing, business, finance, product development, social media marketing, entertainment media, socially responsible companies, education, philanthropy, graphic design, and administrative.
Right. So we want everybody to just, there's so many people, including like senior citizens, that have these amazing talents that are just lying dormant, and they're just playing golf or just, having lunch with their friends and this and that. But there's so many ways that they could give back for the future generations. So these are the teams that we are creating right now. The best of the best. R&D content, tech, marketing team, finance team, our administrative team, an education team, and the entertainment and media team, which, as I just mentioned, will be through the New York Women Film and Television. And then in addition to that, we have an advisory board, Wisdom Coalition, and we are doing a Think Positive New York mastermind group. So these are the areas that we want everybody who's coming on these calls to think about how they can, use their talents to be part of this. And, it's like a rocket ship. We want to get this thing off the ground so it can spread around New York and around the country and around the world. So we have immediate funding opportunities. We have investment opportunities. We have wonderful corporate sponsorships. Like phase 1 of Think Positive New York is a $3 million corporate sponsorship, which would give corporate sponsors amazing exposure from this thing. And phase 2, I think it's like 6 million, where we get the 1 million people using our programs and digital tools. Then we also have philanthropists as another means for funding all this. So these are, there's a lot of ways to fund this, and we feel like once, that we're really like not even around the corner, like we're right there right now for getting some pretty major funding. So at the end of year 2, we're going to have a everything's dependent on COVID, of course. We're going to have a transformational concert for positive change, which will involve all 1,200 New York cities, or 1,200 New York City schools. I think there's like 1,700, but 1,200 are the elementary and middle schools. And then corporate sponsors sponsoring this with major celebrities and recording artists, especially the ones who are from New York, and a TV special around that. Then once the way we have it planned, trusting it'll work that way, is that at the end of the concert, in this case we're showing it at the stadium, City Field, at the end of the concert we will have a bus that will leave the field to go to 12 states and 15 cities around the country as a Think Positive America nationwide bus tour. So that's the vision, and of course including all the cities that really need it the most, that are everybody's experiencing the violence and negativity. So these are the cities that we'll be going to. So we have right now we're asking everybody 3 very important questions. The first one is,
what is the legacy you want to leave to the next generation?
the second one is, what is the one course of action you would take right now to make the positive difference in the world?
And the third one is, what is the one piece of wisdom, top priority advice you would give to today's youth?
Right. So we're looking to extract, to get the answers to these questions, and see what, and then kind of like bring it all together and get it out there. So, okay, so join us, Think Positive World founders. We're strategists for positive change, and together we have 65 years into this project. I've started it 45 years ago, and Helene's been with me for 20 years. And we are, we have our dedication to making this happen on the highest level is as strong as it could possibly be. And it gets stronger every single day. So let's see, is there anything else we have? Oh yeah. Think Positive World is everybody's project. And this is our contact information. But I do want to say that we are, just completing a kind of like a follow-up to this presentation that we'll be sending everybody an email, which will have like the questions we just asked, and we'll, which will ask specific questions and kind of get everybody thinking in terms also of like, who are the 3 to 5 of the most positive, caring, quote unquote, conscious people that you would know, that you would want to invite onto one of our calls. So we're going to be continuing this and building momentum around it, and then having additional Zoom calls that we'll create with the teams that we're creating, so we can get very specific. So I'm going to go back to stop sharing. And what happened to our,
I don't know what happened to us.
oh my goodness, let's see. Got to get our video back. Start video. Okay.
We got
All
lost.
right. So what we'd like to do is, first of all, if anybody has any questions right now, we would love to answer them as well as we possibly can, and or any comments they'd like to make. So.
And Mother Anchari, are you on? I see.
I don't mute.
Mother Anchari, can you unmute yourself?
I just unmuted. Doesn't hear you.
Okay.
So that was great. Thank you so much. It was just a beautiful presentation,
Thank you.
all encompassing. It's extremely heartfelt and important. And I think that there's so much information. And I think what's really important about this project is that you can find a niche for yourself no matter what, whether, for me, it's with food and, where I can fit in with, educating children on healthy eating and healthy cooking and doing presentations and video presentations and chiming in with a local school district, to either we can make an appearance like we've done before, or where we can show the kids how to make a simple salad, how to do farm to table, whatever, to try to chime in and see what they're doing at the same time. Same type of program can be facilitated even with, with corporate, right? How to eat healthy.
Right. Well, because this is so multifaceted and multi-platform, there's really, whatever areas of expertise somebody has, they can like Stephanie just said, find a niche.
Right. And I think that's important to bring that out for people that to bring people into the fold, is that no matter what you're doing, you can still, and no matter what we're doing with Think Positive New York City, is you can bring your direct expertise into the fold at the same time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
So I think that's.
So it really is a win-win for everybody, the way this whole thing is created. So let's hear from
Donna. Is that you there?
Well, that's not Donna. I don't know who that is.
Yes.
Well, I'm here. Dana is here.
Okay.
Dana is there.
Okay.
That is Dana.
Okay. So let's hear from Nicole.
Hi, everybody. I think that, first of all, fantastic celebration. Thank you very much. I mean, fantastic presentation. Very much.
And celebration.
I was thinking positively.
Yes, you are.
So I think that the thing that kind of stuck with me is the posters in the stores, and when you talked about, the empty storefronts and stuff like that, as far as like New York, especially because I'm in the West Village area. It's like, I feel like if you targeted landlords that, a lot of people, when I was, when my kids were in elementary school and all the storefronts started disappearing a couple of years ago, they started asking landlords, can we put in a pop-up shop? And they would say, and so we would do this, for a flea market, because we were a nonprofit, we were a school. Some of them we had to pay a little, but it was really interesting to have different locations where we just say occupied that location for like a week, and we had something set up for the school. And I was thinking pop-up shops would, like Think Positive New York pop-up shops would be kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It popped into my head when I was like, because the poster is really great and it's very powerful. And I feel like the poster, because I don't know enough about your programming, and probably you would have to go a little more direct with the schools and the different groups. But as far as the social media thing and getting your message out there, I thought the poster and the having the code so that people can get that would be very important, because I think it's very powerful. Let's say if there was like, Think Positive New York Week or something you asked, or Think Positive West Village or something, you put it in you talk to each of the people along the street, because I feel like when you see that poster over and over again, it makes you think more positively. And I think also it captures the attention where finally someone's going to be like, all right, I've just seen 4 Think Positive posters, what is this about? And they see the QR code, and then they,
and it truly is a great place to start, to get the energy, to enhance the energy in the city.
Right.
To have this, like, wherever you go, and there it is. And it's like, acts like a trigger for a more positive way of thinking. If you're worried about something, and on the subways,
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yes, would be, or even billboards that are around, like we had one in Times Square, but
yeah, I don't, the Lynx billboards, the ones that are the electric ones, not Times Square. I think Times Square is fine, but I don't think it's as impactful. It might be impactful more like worldwide, but walking around New York, I think the Lynx, the ones that change over, I don't know how much it is to put in a message there.
Great idea.
But I'm just those are very powerful. Like we had a campaign recently about picking up after your dog. And the whole campaign was there is no poop fairy. And it was
I saw that.
That was
like,
great.
there is no poop fairy, and it had a magic wand.
We
And
just saw that the other day.
though I tell you, having that going over and over, everyone's been telling us they see it on the links. And I know like social media and online is important, but I really feel like that, I mean, New York is a walking town and everybody really notices that stuff. So I think that would be something important to look into.
And then, we see a lot of things on waste receptacles, about we are people too, like the Chinese, because of all the racism that's been going on in the city. And of course, the whole idea with I'm a person, you're a person is it's all about
Respect.
It's all about
you might want to talk to leaders in Chinatown about something like that. I mean, the presentation was very broad, and I think right now, and I mean, it's good because you're thinking big, you know what I mean? Which is excellent. And I think right now it's like you have to have a few like starting goals, like, okay, let's try and get the posters maybe and some people get really weird about having posters in their businesses, but it's a very cool poster. So I quite like that poster. And, on the links, and maybe if you deal more directly with, say, the I'm a Person campaign, if you deal more directly with, say, someone in Chinatown or something like that, especially, with different groups where they're trying to promote that message and, to get out to the anti-hate. So
honoring the dignity in one another.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
love starting goals. Makes a lot of sense. Starting goals, links, posters, stores, local community groups against racism. It's great starting goals. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
Dana,
I will speak to Eric to figure out in his capacity what he can do. I was trying to kind of figure that out in my head while I was watching, and I'm not quite sure yet how.
One of the things to start, like when we meet with Eric Adams, one of the requests that we're going to make is to have a proclamation for Think Positive New York. And so this way, when you do go into a retail store, who's ever going in there, could say this is, part of a
campaign,
a citywide initiative, Think Positive New York, to get everybody to think more positively and have a positive mindset and all that. And I was wondering if Eric might do something like that just in District 3, because District 3, from what I could see, has like about 500,000 people.
Yeah, no, it's big. I'm just trying to figure like how, like he could, I'm just trying to think like how he can do that. That's like something I have to think. I mean, he could promote the message, but he has to be careful that, everyone wants to promote this message. But I don't know. I have to think about it. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is only a first,
Right.
Even though we've had the pleasure
initiation.
We've had the pleasure of meeting
the
you.
Mayor, I would talk about more like a think positive kind of advertising campaign to.
Yes.
I think you need like very specific programs, to start, so that there's like one program that you just want to talk to the schools or something, because I think that kind of thing will draw more attention from the mayor. If you're like, we're trying to raise money, and a campaign so that we can visit each school and do like a think positive program with the children about, how you should feel,
Right, and we've had great success with that.
Great success.
We have something to draw back. And also regarding the 250 agencies that they have in New York, to have them take the 30-day Think Positive Challenge.
Guys, sorry, I have to step off. It's been wonderful meeting you all, and I'll see you again. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay.
Fine.
All right.
Hello. I've been sitting here listening patiently. I would like to contribute something because I do have an idea.
Okay, Dana.
Dana
Mano.
Well, and of course, I'm very old school, but sometimes old school works. And especially if you're going to be dealing with the mayor and the city and agencies. There's something that during this entire presentation was just going through something from back in the day. And I don't know if you remember Avis Rent-A-Car used to have a campaign, "We Try Harder."
Yes.
Yes.
And they had it on buttons. But what made the buttons valuable to gather was that they had that message in several different languages. And we would, I know as school kids, we would gather them to see, how many ways you could learn to say, "We try harder," in whatever language in the world. And especially if we're talking about inclusion, and that can become a thing, saying, "Think Positive America," or, "I'm a person," in these different languages, and having people.
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is, and that could become now on something like that. If you had even a QR code and got, let's say, different businesses, maybe someone donates a dinner or someone donates, not a lot, just different objects. But if you, get onto this QR code, you go on and you'll see things that are available to give to people, just to give to people. People love to get something for free. But if they go into a business to get something for free, they might see other things at that business that they may want to get or purchase or whatever. But just a business, donate one thing, donate a glass of orange juice, donate a pencil set, donate anything, just one object. But then also get this thing of saying, "I'm a person. Je suis une personne. Yo soy una gente." Everybody's saying it in another language. It just be so much fun. And that's something that you could even put on video when they log on. You see different faces saying, I'm a person in another language.
Right.
Everyone is included.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Great
Actually,
idea. Thank you, Dana.
collecting those buttons.
Yes, you remember that. Everyone used to have those buttons, and I think I still have mine. Who knows? They're probably in a box someplace. But we all like to learn things, and go to another web page like Babbel, because they teach languages, to have your thing up on their site saying, "I'm a person," in another language.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are a lot of
to be respectful.
Great thought. And I know Dana is going to have some pretty amazing ideas as we move forward with this whole thing. Mother Aunt Cherry, can you hear us?
She left. I think did she give her adieus a second ago? She said
that was definitely.
Mother Aunt Cherry, can you unmute yourself? I don't know. She's working on her tablet there. Linda, would you like to say something?
If you're running,
Did you hear me?
You can unmute her yourself you guys can unmute her because you started the meeting.
I think she's unmuted. Mother Aunt Cherry, are you there?
Haribo?
Yes.
Haribo. Yes. Hi, sweetheart. So,
how are you?
Are you been listening to all of this?
Yes.
And so Mother Aunt Cherry lives in South Florida, and also she lives on 90th Street, which I think is just out of your district, 90th on the west side. Yeah. So Mother Aunt Cherry, of course, we've been talking for so long, and Mother Aunt Cherry has gotten so we have hundreds of people who have taken pictures holding the Think Positive poster, which we are doing a compilation for perhaps a book, we put it in our videos and what have you. So Mother Aunt Cherry has taken that picture of
with many
probably
people.
100 people maybe with the Think Positive poster. So you have 5 p.m., Nicole? Okay. All right. So it's almost.
I'm so sorry. I've got to go. So I just have to prepare for this next meeting.
All right, sweetheart. Well, thank you so much.
But I will talk to you guys soon. No, I really enjoyed it. I'm happy I sat on. I'm going to talk to Eric to see, I'm going to brainstorm a little more and make my notes.
Good. And we'll talk more too, and hopefully get together. And
can you guys send me the presentation? Are you able to send that whole presentation?
Sure, I'll send you the whole recording.
Yeah.
Of today.
Okay. Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Sorry.
Or I can send you the presentation too.
Okay.
Whichever.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, Nicole. Thank you for being on the call. Appreciate it. Mother and Cherry.
Are you there still?
Are you-
Yes,
Yes,
Are you, is your picture somewhere?
she's there.
No.
She's on
it's
the
there,
Oh, that's you right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dan is
right there.
Yeah,
there.
You see me?
Yes.
yeah.
So thank you for being on the call, Mother and Cherry.
Thank you for allowing me to be on the call.
Yeah. So I'm glad you heard some of the comments that Dana made and Nicole and Linda also. Linda, are you still there?
Yes.
I am waiting
Okay,
for my
good.
call.
All right. So Mother and Cherry, have any comments or anything you want to share?
I agreed with everything that everyone was saying, but because you have to, I was also thinking that we should be passing out 3-folded flyers and trying to make members with that flyer for them to send donations to the project.
Uh-huh.
Well,
You get what
that's-
I'm saying?
Idea.
yeah, that's certainly
Because it doesn't matter if they send a penny or a nickel or a dollar.
Right.
They will tell other people.
yeah. You could even have in the those things that they used to have in the stores.
You
Think
could.
positive
What I
heals
was
and you put
thinking,
change.
because in numerology 9 is the number of completion. I was thinking that you do a flyer and that you put in $9, $18, $27, until it gets to $1 million.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, definitely.
And whatever comes in is appreciated because they're going to help anyway. And you don't even know who's going, what they're going to send or anything. You give them the flyer and you tell them to circle what can they send and everything. And then you keep track of that. You take their names and information, and they become members.
I think that's a great idea, and I think that we're going to put you in charge of that, Mother and Cherry,
When you get back here to New York,
which will be next
which
week.
will be next week.
Right.
I
Thank
mean,
you. Yeah.
it's fast. You will do a lot by doing that because you give flyers out everywhere in New York City, in the streets everywhere, and give those flyers out.
Absolutely. That's a great idea.
And don't be attached to the results.
We never are. We can't be. Can't be attached to anything.
So you never know. The thing is that we have to try everything.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I was thinking.
Absolutely.
Good thought.
Thank you, dear. And Linda, do you
Yes.
feel like you want to chime in here at all? Linda's out
Sure.
in
Yeah.
Colorado Springs.
Right.
And,
Right.
And a big participant of Think Positive World, a big supporter over the years of Think Positive World. So,
Yeah, it's a totally selfish thing. I want the world to be in peace. So I'm totally selfish.
Yes.
But it kind of reminds me because there was so much going into my brain, and it reminds me of the children of Chernobyl or Mahatma Gandhi and the different things I worked on. And it was always think big. It was always think big. So what came up with your thing was, and I also got, which is insane, but I got that I should write the letter for this. And what that is the world is crazy right now. People are crazy. They're so wounded and they don't know one from the other. And it's that 50% where we're in the dark kind of, and we're very close to the light. We just have one more step and then everything turns to light. So what I get is being a criminologist where I know these people and the crime is in the government, it's in corporations, it's in people. And it's almost like where I want to say, think positive and act as if God was right next to you. That's supposed to be funny. Right? But of course we can't do that. and God is very funny and tells me jokes all the time. But what I do get is this needs to go out to every state now. It's Think Positive New York, America.
We'll Think
And
Positive
what
America.
It is
Yeah.
Think Positive America.
We just
it
started.
is. Oh,
We're just
good.
starting here because we're
Yeah.
here.
Okay,
But,
great.
yeah.
So
And it's Think
because
Positive World, you know, but
But go ahead.
because
finish what you're
so what's true is these governors, they're all struggling. They all want to make things right. And I would be okay with writing a letter to the governors, duplicated to every state that's out there, about why they want to use Think Positive in their state by empowering the schools, and also, Helene, the media is such a strong influence of how the world is. It is so, there's murders, and now you see underwear being sold because he might pee in his pants or she might pee. In the 50s, we would have been appalled, right? So there's so much going on that I go, we've gone so, and people don't know what good taste is anymore. They think that torn jeans look beautiful. They think their hair not combed looks fashionable. We're so off. We're so off. And maybe that's
Linda,
what everybody,
I'm looking forward to seeing that letter that you write for the.
and maybe being that off is what's going to get everybody to the other side of looking good again. Because I don't
get
even go.
everybody so off that we'll get them back on, right?
Yeah. It's like you get so tired of the that I might want to put a dress on and put a hat on, and maybe I want to wear gloves because that will protect me from COVID. Right? So what I'm saying is this project is huge, and it's all over the United States. It's all over the world. This is what people are waiting for. I don't know. I lost you. I see a white screen now.
no,
That's it. We're here. We're here.
Oh, there you are.
That's Mother and
Shari.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry.
our friend Shirley, who was on the call last night, she just says, you know what? It's done. It's done. This is all over the world. This is
Yes.
this project
Yes.
has to be out there, and it is, and it will be, and it is. And
Right.
I think everyone should be taking pictures with the posters also.
Yes.
Every single person that is interested in Think Positive, I think that they should get involved and
that's nice.
and just, taking pictures and sending them in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, people on the internet always love to see themselves, and to see themselves with the poster. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe you can even put, like, in 30 days, can we get 5 million people sending in posters? People love games. They like to
We're gonna
participate.
start that this week when I get there. We're gonna
All right,
start.
girl.
Okay.
That's
So,
go for it.
so Mother and Cherry is going to be working on the people holding the Think Positive posters and taking pictures.
And they smile.
Linda's going to be giving us the letter.
Right.
To the governors. Dana is going to be working on the
buttons
in different languages. And Nicole, who was just on the call, is going to discuss this with her boss, Councilman Eric Botcher. And
who loves
we're
this.
making great progress already, don't you?
Yeah, he loves
think big.
Yeah.
Right.
Eric, her boss loves the poster. He has it in his living room framed.
Nice. Yeah, my poster's up in my office.
I have another suggestion.
Yes.
To have, tables outside in the street, and take the Think Positive poster, sticker, whatever, and leave out like a bottle so that they could put donations in it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Actually, didn't they have? They used
have a
to
lot of
have
street fairs, coming up
containers.
too.
Yeah, like when street fairs now, June starting street fairs, so that would be great.
Right.
Just to have a table with the Think Positive, and any event in the city, be there.
I love it.
Table,
so this is what-
with Think Positive.
I think as time goes on, we will have more and more people involved, and we'll have volunteers, and it'll be easier to to really accomplish all of these great ideas.
Right.
You know, as the more people get involved in the Think Positive New York and or other states, it'll be a lot easier. And as time goes on, we just keep refining this and make it easier.
Right.
And as you know, as it expands outward, there'll be the fine tuning it is actually going to make it, as it gets bigger, it's going to actually become easier. That's the way we're looking at it. Because
Super.
looking at it the other way would be very stressful. That would be getting harder when it gets out there. But anyway,
Thank you.
I
all
want to
for-
thank you, Dana. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Mother and
You're
Chuck.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you,
David.
thank you, Helene. And you know, we really appreciate everybody being on the call. We especially today, we wanted you know, to have several people on the call with Nicole. And so
And just to be clear, I'm not religious.
Right.
All right.
Any-
You have a good
All right.
day.
So Dana, thank you,
Dana,
sweetheart.
thanks for making it today.
Thanks for being
Oh, listen, there's so much that, you know, unfortunately, there is so much negativity in the world, but I always say that the people who want love have to fight just as hard as the people who are into hate. It really is at that point.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
but it's also being on a higher level to know that love is what it's all about, because then when you really understand that and know that in your heart, it's very easy to love everyone.
Yes.
Even the people who may dislike you, you can look at them and say, wow, what kind of a journey are they on? And
Right.
you
Right.
don't
And one of the things that Shirley said yesterday, which was so perfect, she said that lots of people are going after love. You know, they're looking for love. She said, but love is really where you have to come from.
yes.
You're looking for love, but you have to come from love, really.
Yeah. Right.
But anyway, we love you guys.
Love you too.
Mother and Cherry can't wait to see you, and Dana can't wait to see you, and Linda
Peace and
can't wait to
love.
see you. So thank you
Next
all.
time.
Thank you all so much for being here. We really
All
appreciate
right.
it.
You're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
See you soon. Love you.
Okay.
Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye, sweetheart. Bye. Some of our favorite people on the call. Bye.